You've heard Ronhan's encounters with the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth Lost THX text trailers. You've also heard my encounter with the fourth Lost THX text trailer. You know, the one where the evil Tex reveals his identity as Bagel to the real Tex. However, my encounter with the seventh Lost THX text trailer was crazy and screwed up. It all started when I was on the THX website. I noticed an option that I had never seen before, the Lost Trailers option. I clicked on it and it showed every Lost THX text trailer that Ronhan and I encountered. However, there is one trailer that no one encountered. It is the seventh Lost THX text trailer. I downloaded the file and clicked on it. It is a video of the seventh Lost THX text trailer, just like one I saw on the website. At first, it was a black screen for 5 seconds, until a white message appeared. What you are about to see is a THX trailer that is used to promote the 35th anniversary of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Watch at your own risk. The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise? Well, this might be interesting. The text then fades out and the trailer starts at the THX HQ, but it's at night. For some reason, it had the Elm Street sign right next to the sidewalk to the THX HQ. Maybe it's going to be Elm Street themed. It faded to the meeting room. 4 THX workers walked into the room. They resembled Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Natasha Romanoff, and Tom Holland, the portrayers of Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Spider-Man, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The 4 THX workers then sit in their chairs. Then, 4 more THX workers walked into the meeting room. They resembled Jake Johnson, the voice of Peter B. Parker, in Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, Andrew Garfield, the portrayer of Peter Parker, in The Amazing Spider-Man duology, Daisy Ridley, the portrayer of Rey Skywalker, in Star Wars sequel trilogy, and Ryan Reynolds, the portrayer of Deadpool and voice of Detective Pikachu. The other 4 THX workers later sit in their chairs. After that, the THX manager walked into the meeting room and sat in his chair. He resembled Daniel Craig, the portrayer of James Bond, in Casino Royale 06, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. The THX manager and workers started to have a conversation, but they have the voices of the actors the THX manager and workers resemble.
Everyone, I've gathered you all here for something suspicious.
So, what would it be?
I am getting a lot of reports of this killer robot. In 2007, police officers found the dead bodies of Doris, Rosie, Caillou, Boris, Leo, and Clementine.
Oh my goodness. I heard about a report in 2008, where the corpses of Hayden Christensen and the other people, except Evan McGregor and Natalie Portman, who played the characters from the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
In 2009, I heard about a report, where the teenagers, who played the characters from the Friday the 13th reboot, were stabbed, had a face chewed off, got dropped to a waterfall and the concrete, and got poked through.
In 2012, I heard about a report where Ewan MC Gregor had gone missing, but the head of a robot, who resembled Tex, was found.
Also in 2009, I heard about a report where 4 children and 4 adults were stabbed, drilled, head and neck snapped, getting hot water poured on, slammed down, and exploded.
Oh geez. That sounds horrible, just like the other reports.
I have to agree, Andrew.
Me too, Daisy. In 2002, I heard about a report where 4 adults, 1 child, and the 4 living toys were sawed, shut, burned, and smashed.
After THX worker 8 finished talking, an evil chuckle could be heard.
What was that?
I have no idea, but I will check it out. You stay right here.
The THX manager then walked out of the meeting room. The scene then faded to the THX manager walking in a hallway for 10 seconds. When the person representing Daniel Craig reached the end of the hallway, he stopped walking. Daniel. The THX manager looked at the other end of the hallway. Then, the first trailer man walked to the middle of the other end of the hallway. We finally got a glimpse of the first trailer man's face. He had brown eyebrows, white eyes with black pupils, a round nose, and an upside-down smile. Make them remember Daniel.
Caillou. I thought you, Rosie, and your mother were killed.
It then zoomed to the first trailer man's face, as the first trailer man himself spoke a line from Freddy vs. Jason. Make them remember what fear tastes like. After that, the first trailer man morphed into the evil Tex.
What the hell? You're not Caillou.
Of course I wasn't. You shouldn't have fired Adam Kennington. Come on Daniel, come to Texie.
Never, you damn dirty doppelganger, not even for God knows how long it would take.
So your option is no. Well, you asked for it, moron. Oh, and before I forget, this is God.
The evil Tex then put on Freddy Krueger's glove and started chasing the THX manager. This went on for 5 seconds, but right when the Krueger glove made contact with the THX manager, the scene changed back to the meeting room. The loud Howie scream was heard, which scared the crap out of the THX workers and me.
Yikes. What was that?
That sounds like our manager.
We have to find him.
The THX workers then walked out of the meeting room and began to look for him. It went to the workers' lounge, with the THX workers looking for their manager. Suddenly, Tex, the real good one, walked to the THX workers.
Tex, I thought you were killed.
Tex began to speak to them, but it didn't sound like James Marsden, Prince Edward's actor, in Enchanted and Disenchanted. Instead, Tex's voice sounded like Ben Stiller, Alex's actor, in the Madagascar franchise.
That's what I wanted you to think. I cloned myself to trick Bagel. I also killed Zurg with a hammer that fractured his skull.
The THX workers were relieved that the real Tex was okay. Just then, Bagel then walked into the shot. He was shocked to see the real Tex, still alive. The killer responsible for the deaths of the victims from the other THX Tex trailers got angry.
What the hell? How dare you trick me into killing your clone? I thought I killed you in the 4th Lost THX Tex trailer, but no. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Also, I can't believe that you killed Zurg. Now I have to do the dirty work all by myself.
Hold on. You weren't even the killer. We have to gather more evidence, in order to believe you.
Oh, you don't recognize me enough? Well, why didn't you say so?
Bagel then morphed into the evil Tex. The THX workers gasped when they learned the truth. The evil Tex then morphed back into Bagel.
Oh my god. We should have known it was you this whole time, Bagel.
Exactly. Now I will finish this once and for all. Oh, and before I forget, time to rock and roll with the boogeyman tonight.
Split up!
The THX workers and Tex had split up. It went to the first THX worker's point of view. He was running in a hallway, where the THX manager met the first trailer man. However, the hallway turned out to have the corpse of the THX manager. The THX manager's dead body almost made me vomit. His eyes were stabbed, his face had 4 claw marks, his brain was pouring out of his stabbed eyes, and his arms and legs were broken.
My god. Look at the scene of the crime.
Hey Chris.
The THX worker that resembled Chris Evans turned to Bagel, who was 8 feet away from him, and held up his left hand and left both his left index finger and left middle finger up.
Watch this.
Bagel then puts on the glove of Freddy Krueger, cuts off his 2 fingers on his left hand, causing them to bleed out green blood, just like what Freddy did in the first Elm Street movie. After 5 seconds, Bagel's left index and middle fingers grew back. THX worker 1 then decided to run away, but Bagel was too fast. After Bagel catches him, the THX worker that resembles Chris Evans turns to Bagel. The first THX worker tore off Bagel's face, revealing a cackling, blood-covered skull, with red, bloodshot eyes and yellow sharp teeth. It stopped showing the point of view of the THX worker that resembled Chris Evans. Bagel then slashed THX worker 1 in the chest, drenching his suit in blood, and used telekinesis to fling the first THX worker around, like a ragdoll from Gary's Mod.
Now I'm playing with power.
Bagel made THX worker 1 break a door with his skull. The skull of the first THX worker broke, killing him. He started bleeding from his forehead. After that, THX worker 2 ran to the scene of the crime.
Oh god. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Bagel's face grew back, and the former himself faced the THX worker resembling Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man's actor.
Robert. Did you really think you could plan to get me arrested? I have only begun.
You are going to die for your crimes.
We'll see, moron. We'll just see.
Bagel then disappeared in a flash.
Bagel is going to...
Before the THX worker resembling Robert Downey Jr. could finish what he was saying, Bagel appeared behind him, summoned a bed, and tied THX worker to that bed. After that, the killer then disappeared. For 5 seconds, nothing happened. Then, a woman resembling Zoe Saldana, Gamora's actor from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, walked up to the second THX worker. The woman was wearing a black and white dress with black high heels.
Oh. I never expected you to be here.
I hope you don't mind me kissing you on the cheek.
Please.
Suddenly, in a split second, what the worker resembling Robert Downey Jr. thought was a woman resembling Zoe Saldana was actually Bagel. The second THX worker gasped.
How's this for a wet daydream?
Bagel then jumps on the second THX worker, causing the ropes to break and a hole in the mattress to appear. Both the killer and the Robert Downey Jr. resembling THX worker sank into the mattress. At first, nothing happened for 3 seconds. Then, a huge fountain of blood appeared for 10 seconds. During those 10 seconds, the standing corpse of the second THX worker rose from the mattress. The blood stuck on the ceiling for 4 seconds, then it started raining down. As that happened, the second THX worker's corpse collapsed on the floor. The scene cuts to the third THX worker in the meeting room.
That murderer will never find me in here.
Suddenly, Bagel appeared right in front of her.
Get ready for my kung fu-like skills.
Kung fu is savage girl.
Before she could do anything, Bagel grabbed THX worker 3's arms.
No pain.
Bagel then snapped the third THX worker's arms, like wishbones, causing her to grunt in pain. He then grabbed her legs.
No gain.
The third THX worker's legs were broken in half and she grunted in pain again.
How dare you? Now I will have to be on a wheelchair for who knows how long.
Oh, Romanov, your arms and legs were only the beginning. Now I will snap your neck. Sweet dreams, savage girl.
Bagel then grabbed the third THX worker's head.
Hey, what are you?
At that moment, the THX worker that resembled Natasha Romanoff had her neck snapped. She dropped down to the floor, dead.
You could check in, but you can't check out.
The scene cuts to the fourth THX worker, sitting on the couch, in the workers' lounge.
I'll just watch some TV to calm myself down.
He turns on the TV, which displays a crazy interview. The people getting interviewed are Unikitty, Popcorn, Hawkadile, Dr. Fox, and Richard, from the show Unikitty. The interviewer resembled Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow's actor, from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
So, are you aware of the incidents involving the robot mascot?
You mean evil Tex? Yes, we are.
We can't believe that the evil robot doppelganger killed those people.
Seriously, what did they do wrong?
Nothing. They were only scared of Tex and THX.
Just because people used to be or are still scared of THX and Tex doesn't mean they are going to die.
Can I ask 5 of you for one thing?
Go ahead.
Suddenly, the interviewer suddenly morphs into Bagel, shocking the Unicrew.
Who gives a fudge what you 5 think?
Bagel then begins to slash at the Unicrew, with the Freddy Krueger glove. Unikitty, Popcorn, Hawkadile, Dr. Fox, and Richard screamed in fear. However, their screams didn't sound cartoony and fake. It actually sounds like their voice actors were scared their whole lives. However, before the Krueger glove made contact with the Unicrew, the TV switched to static. The fourth THX worker sighed in disappointment and walked close to the TV.
Ugh, stupid TV, work.
The THX worker resembling Tom Holland banged on the TV 3 times, before 2 robotic arms sprung out, grabbed and lifted him up. After 2 seconds, Bagel's head sprung out of the top.
This is it, Tom Holland. You're Big Franken TV.
THX worker gasped in horror.
Welcome to prime time, moron.
Bagel then smashed the third THX worker's head in the TV, killing him. Bagel and the robotic arms disappeared. The corpse resembling Tom Holland stayed for 5 seconds, before the scene switched to Tex and THX workers 6, 7, and 8, in the entrance room. The THX worker resembling Jake Johnson ran to them.
Tex, I just got a report. My sources say that our manager and fellow workers 1, 2, 3, and 4 were killed in this building.
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
Suddenly, Bagel and his whole body appeared right in front of the remaining survivors, who gasped.
You are all my children now.
Tex and the remaining THX workers gets ready to fight Bagel. However, mere seconds later, Bagel then realized something.
Forget it. You 5 aren't on my list of people that I need to kill anyway. I have killed way too many people for this part, along with the others, in my life. So, I'm out of here.
Bagel then disappeared in a flash, leaving Tex and THX workers 5, 6, 7, and 8 alive. At least Bagel is one of those killers who have restraints. Tex and the remaining THX workers sighed in relief, myself included. The remaining THX workers went to their homes, while Tex was behind the THX HQ entrance doors, waving the survivors goodbye. However, after the surviving THX workers left, Bagel's arm breaks through one of the THX HQ entrance doors, grabs Tex by the neck, and drags him through the now broken left THX HQ entrance door. This was in the fashion of Freddy pulling Nancy's mother through the door, from the first Elm Street movie. Bagel could be heard laughing, after he pulled Tex through. After Bagel stopped laughing, 3 girls were heard, chanting the famous Freddy's Coming For You nursery rhyme. However, the lyrics were different.
1, 2, Bagel's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, Bagel's back again.
After that, the screen fades to black, only to fade back to a scene of one of the THX HQ walls, with the THX logo painted with blood, and the corpses of the THX manager, THX workers 1 to 3 and 4, and Tex, under it. Tex's dead body hit me. His head was split open, as if Reptile from Mortal Kombat performed his bad breath fatality. His chest was cut very badly, his brains were scattered around him and the other corpses, his cartoony computer-generated robotic teeth were torn apart, and his arms and legs were twisted. I couldn't stand Tex's corpse, so I paused the trailer, threw up in a trash can, and resumed the trailer. The G Major deep note from the Sinister and Sinister 2 promoting THX trailer returned, only it is the one from Bronzed Cactus PBZ_2004's THX logo horror remake video. After the deep note ended, Bagel then appeared out of thin air.
Ha 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 ha. I bet you weren't expecting me to kill the real Tex. I have finally got him this time. Because you have got Adam Kennington fired, I will now haunt your dreams every night, even when you have overcome your fear of THX and Tex, the now dead robot. Pleasant dreams.
Bagel then walked off screen to the left, cackling evilly. After the cackling ended, it faded to a black background, only for red and green text, representing the colors of Freddy Krueger's sweater, appeared. The audience will never sleep again. Sweet dreams, from THX. www.thx.com. The slowed down, demonic, and echoing version of the Kafka laugh, from Sonic.exe, could be heard, as this text was displayed. 10 seconds after the laugh faded out, the text then faded out, as well, thus ending the trailer. My oh my. What was that trailer I saw? No wonder why this trailer was used to promote the 35th anniversary of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. In fact, it's very similar to that franchise. I replayed the trailer and recorded it with my phone. After that, I plugged my phone into my laptop, uploaded the file to Mediafire, and made a YouTube video about it, which has a link to the 7th Lost THX text trailer. I decided to keep the file. 1 week after uploading it, I checked the video and it has 1,000 views. I even had comments from SpongeBob, Hawkadile, not the one from the trailer I saw, Rohan, Tonemaker, Gru, and THX themselves.
Jeepers, that was scarier than that robot movie.
My goodness, and I thought getting turned into a freaky monster was terrifying.
I thought I was done with THX, but I was so wrong.
Shoot, this is scarier than the Gus Light.
No, the 7th lost THX text trailer. Anything but that.
Where on earth did you find out about that? Listen, we added the 7th lost THX text trailer for a reason. It is because Adam Kennington wanted revenge on us for firing him. So, he teamed up with Henry Bowers to make this Elmer Street themed THX text trailer. We are so sorry that you have been scared. Not even the 7th lost THX text trailer could break my connection towards THX. Everyone has to know that Bagel had disguised himself as the evil Tex the entire time. The real Tex is a good, logo-fixing robot. However, Bagel is an evil demon who is bloodthirsty. After all, there are some trailers for companies that should never be seen.